Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. You're crazy, it's Dick Wolf. Scott Eastwood explains leaving Chicago PD after one episode and rejecting series lead role. Scott Eastwood has explained why he left Chicago PD after one episode and rejected the series lead role, and how long his role would have lasted for. Eastwood appeared in the One Chicago universe as Officer Jim Barnes, originally debuting during 2 episodes of Chicago Fire. While he made an uncredited appearance in Season 1, Episode 1 of Chicago PD, he ultimately didn't appear in any future episodes, despite the possibility of having a major role in the franchise. He's since gone on to star in various high-profile movies, like Fast X and 1992. Speaking with CBR about his new action film, Alarum, Eastwood explained that he didn't want to move to Chicago nor get tied down with a multi-year contract on Chicago PD. The actor explained he would have had to remain on the series for over 6 years, a direction he simply didn't want to push his career in. He offers advice by saying to follow your gut, which is the reason he credits for turning down the show's lead role. Check out what Eastwood had to say below. Eastwood's statement explains his short-lived role in the cast of Chicago PD, the actor not wanting to be tied down to the same role for 6.5 years. Following his exit from the show, he went on to star in a variety of movies across different genres, from 2015's romantic drama The Longest Ride to 2016's biopic thriller Snowden. He would make his debut in the Fast and Furious franchise as Little Nobody in Fate of the Furious, while later having a major role in the sci-fi action movie Pacific Rim Uprising. Despite leaving the police procedural so quickly, Eastwood has continued to have a multifaceted career across film, something his statement indicates was his goal all along. While reviews for Alarum have been negative, it's clear from his previous, better-received movies that his career isn't defined by one singular project. This extends to his quick exit from Chicago PD and decision not to return, with Jason Biggs' Hank Voight becoming the lead anchor for the series after his departure. Even so, his time on the series is memorable because of how short it was. Although it's disappointing Eastwood isn't going to return to Chicago PD, his reasoning for leaving is understandable. By broadening his career path, the actor has been able to bring a multitude of memorable characters across various genres to the big screen. This goal appears to be something he's set on continuing, even if movies like Alarum don't get great critical reception. Locking into his career path, the actor is clearly confident about the decision he made in dropping out of the series. Scott Eastwood, a Hollywood star with a growing resume, recently opened up about a pivotal moment in his career that left fans both intrigued and baffled. In a candid interview, Eastwood revealed why he walked away from Chicago PD after just one episode, turning down the opportunity to lead one of television's most successful police procedurals. With a touch of humor and introspection, Eastwood admitted that his decision to step back from the Dick Wolf universe was not an easy one, but ultimately it was the right choice for him. "You're crazy, it's Dick Wolf," was the response Eastwood recalled hearing from almost everyone in his life. From agents to friends to his own father, Clint Eastwood, the advice was unanimous. Take the job and run with it. Dick Wolf, the mastermind behind the Law and Order franchise and the One Chicago universe, is a television juggernaut. Landing a lead role in one of his shows is akin to winning the lottery in the entertainment industry, a guaranteed pathway to household name status and long-term career stability. And yet Scott Eastwood walked away. A brief but impactful appearance. Eastwood made his single-episode appearance on Chicago PD during its first season, portraying Detective Jim Barnes, a cocky and ambitious officer temporarily assigned to the intelligence unit. His character brought a dynamic energy to the screen, and fans speculated that he was being groomed to become a central figure in the series. The producers had big plans for Detective Barnes, envisioning him as a complex character who would challenge Sergeant Hank Voight's authority while adding layers to the team dynamic. But Eastwood didn't see it that way. The pressure of legacy. In the interview, Eastwood opened up about the immense pressure he felt being part of a legacy project like Chicago PD. "When you're stepping into something as big as a Dick Wolf show, you know you're signing up for more than just a role," Eastwood explained. "You're signing up for a lifestyle. It's a long-term commitment, and while I respect that, and I have so much respect for everyone who's part of that world. It just didn't feel like the right fit for me at the time. Eastwood acknowledged that being the son of Clint Eastwood added another layer of complexity to his decision-making process. There's always this unspoken expectation that I should follow in my dad's footsteps, but I've always wanted to carve out my own path. I didn't want to be pigeonholed, and honestly, I wasn't sure if doing a procedural drama would allow me to explore the kinds of roles I was interested in. Creative freedom versus stability. At the heart of Eastwood's decision was a desire for creative freedom. I'm someone who thrives on variety, he said. One day I want to do a gritty indie film. The next I want to be in a big-budget action movie. Committing to a TV show, especially one as demanding as Chicago PD, felt like it might limit my opportunities to explore different genres and characters. He admitted that the prospect of playing the same character year after year was daunting. I'm not knocking it. For a lot of actors, that's the dream. A steady gig, a loyal fan base. But for me, it felt like it would box me in. And I'm not ready to be boxed in. The fear of the what-ifs. Despite his convictions, Eastwood confessed that turning down the lead role wasn't without its doubts. I'd be lying if I said I didn't have moments where I thought, what the hell am I doing? Especially when you see how successful the show has become and how beloved the cast is. But at the end of the day, I had to trust my gut. His gut told him to prioritize projects that resonated with his personal and artistic values. Since leaving Chicago PD, Eastwood has gone on to star in a mix of action films, romantic dramas, and indie projects. Every decision comes with trade-offs, he acknowledged. But I'm proud of the path I've taken. It's mine, and that's what matters. Life after Chicago PD. For fans of Chicago PD, it's hard not to wonder what the show would have looked like with Eastwood as its lead. Would Detective Jim Barnes have become Voight's greatest adversary? Would the team dynamic have shifted in unexpected ways? While these questions remain unanswered, it's clear that Eastwood's decision to walk away didn't hinder his career. In fact, it may have done the opposite. Since his brief stint on Chicago PD, Eastwood has worked with directors like David Ayer and starred alongside A-list actors in blockbusters like Suicide Squad and Pacific Rim. Uprising. He's also taken on roles in smaller, character-driven films that have allowed him to flex his acting muscles in ways a procedural drama might not have. The Dick Wolf effect. When asked if he'd ever consider working with Dick Wolf again, Eastwood didn't rule it out. Dick Wolf is a legend, he said. There's a reason his shows are so successful. If the right project came along, who knows? But it would have to be the right project. For now, Eastwood is content focusing on the road ahead, a road he's determined to pave on his own terms. As he puts it, success isn't just about the roles you take, it's about the roles you say no to, and sometimes saying no is the bravest thing you can do. A legacy of his own. In a way, Eastwood's decision to leave Chicago PD after one episode and decline the lead role is emblematic of his approach to life and career. He's not afraid to take risks, even if it means going against conventional wisdom. He's not afraid to disappoint people, even if those people include industry heavyweights and his own family. At the end of the day, you have to live with yourself, Eastwood said. You have to be able to look in the mirror and say, I stayed true to who I am. And that's what I've tried to do. While fans of Chicago PD may forever wonder what could have been, Scott Eastwood's journey serves as a reminder that sometimes the boldest choices are the ones that lead us to where we're meant to be.